Welcome to my views and news. Some news stories from Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Kenya. Firstly, viewers, Eritrean President. People say you should call him President, not the ruler. Eritrean ruler or President, whatever you call him, has delivered a special message to Sudanese Army Chief Abdul Fattah al-Burhan. The message is about Tigray conflict reportedly. What does Eritrea want from Sudan? Eritrea-Sudan relations have been strained lately. What is this message about? Secondly, Ethiopian state media today showed dozens of TPLF fighters, Tigray fighters who have been taken prisoner. From which front were they taken prisoner? Thirdly, viewers, as I said in previous videos, that in coming days we're going to see massive anti-US, anti-West demonstrations. We could see resurgence of no more movement, and now we are hearing that a massive demonstration is in the making, which will be conducted in front of White House in the US. We have details for you. And lastly, viewers, Tigray regional government in a statement a few weeks ago put its trust in Uhurru Kenyatta, Kenyan President, that he should lead peace process, peace talks. But Kenyatta is no more president of Kenya. Today, William Ruto was officially sworn in as the new president of Kenya. William Ruto made an announcement about peace initiatives ongoing in the region led by Kenya. Peace initiative in Ethiopia, in Democratic Republic of Congo. What did he say? Will he himself lead this peace initiative in Ethiopia and DRC? Or will Kenyatta continue heading peace initiative? We have details for you. Firstly, viewers, breaking news is from Sudan. Eritrean ruler Isaias Afwerki has delivered a special message to Sudanese army chief, who is basically the man in charge in Sudan, Abdul Fattah al-Burhan. The message was delivered through Eritrean ambassador to Sudan. Ambassador Isa held a meeting with Abdul Fattah al-Burhan a few hours ago. Pictures were shared by Sudanese state media. You can see some pictures on your screen. Eritrean ambassador Muhammad Isa meeting Abdul Fattah al-Burhan, Sudanese army chief, and the statement which was released after this meeting said that this meeting focused on bilateral and regional issues. In recent months, Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean President, has delivered several written messages to Sudanese government. We know that Yemane Gabriyab and other Eritrean government officials traveled to Sudan. They met with General Hamathi, General Abdul Fattah al-Burhan. But those messages were related to internal Sudanese conflict. Eritrea wanted to play a role in resolving internal political crisis in Sudan. And then we saw that Eritrea invited Sudanese elders and politicians from Eastern Sudan for a conference in Eritrea. But Sudanese government did not allow the politicians, tribal elders to enter Eritrea from Sudan. The delegation from Eastern Sudan, consisting of tribal elders, politicians, was stopped at Sudan-Eritrea border by Sudanese authorities. So, Eritrea-Sudan relations have been strained recently. Eritrea traditionally had its influence in eastern Sudan, but Sudanese army seems to have decided to curtail Eritrean influence in eastern Sudan. At the same time, we are seeing that Tigray fighters have opened a new front, battlefront from Sudanese soil close to Humera. Heavy fighting has been ongoing for days, and Tigray fighters, hundreds in number, are there, armed as well. And it is being said that Sudan and Egypt are arming Tigray fighters, and the area where fighting is ongoing is not far away from Eritrean border as well, from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan border. So that is why in this context, a message has been sent by Isaias Afwerki to Sudanese Army Chief Abdul Burhan. Sudanese Army Chief is being approached by Eritrea because Eritrea wants to mend its ties with Sudan. Sudan is emerging as a key player in this crisis, viewers, because in Tigray conflict, in this third phase of Tigray conflict, because Ethiopian government forces are not in a position to attack Eritrea. They're already fighting on different fronts in Ethiopia. Eritrea is also not in a position to attack Sudan. And Sudan, meanwhile, is in a position to influence the ongoing Ethiopian conflict by backing, arming, supporting Tigray fighters. That is why an attempt is being made by Eritrea to mend its ties with Sudan, to stop Sudan from supporting Tigray defense force. But so far, Sudan is letting its soil, Sudan's soil is being used by Tigray fighters, and they're being armed too. Who is arming then? Of course, the Sudanese military is on board, maybe Egyptian elements too. But if Tigray fighters are armed on Sudanese soil, it means that Sudanese military is part of this conflict. It is backing Tigray fighters. And Eritrea somehow wants to stop Sudan from supporting Tigray fighters. That is why a message was delivered by Ambassador Isa to Abdul Burhan. Will Sudan stop supporting TDF? That remains to be seen, but Eritrean efforts are underway to stop Sudan from supporting Tigray fighters. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopian state media today showed dozens of Tigray fighters who were taken prisoners on a front. Some pictures were shared by Ethiopian state media. You can see the pictures on your screen. These are allegedly Tigray fighters who were taken prisoner on Western Front. Whenever Tigray fighters are taken prisoner, Tigray supporters, Tigray government, they say these are not fighters. They're civilians, and they were just randomly arrested from Addis Ababa. Some of them returned from abroad, and they were just arrested and shown as POWs. So no one acknowledges POWs. If you remember, Tigray released thousands of ENDF members. Even those were not acknowledged by Ethiopian government, which said that those were not ENDF members. They were relatives of ENDF officials, and they were put in camps, at camps in Afar. And same as with Eritrea. A colonel was shown by some news outlets 3 days ago, said to be an Eritrean army colonel, and Eritrean government-backed news sources rejected the news as a false news. So no one in this conflict is acknowledging that their fighters are being taken prisoner. So what is the fate of these arrested POWs? No one is owning them. No one is owning arrested Tigray fighters. No one is owning arrested ENDF members. No one is owning arrested Eritrean members. So what is their fate? Obviously, it means that whoever is a POW is at the mercy of those who are in charge. So they can do whatever they want to do. Thirdly, viewers, just a few hours ago, I predicted that a massive anti-US, anti-West campaign is due to be launched by Ethiopian government supporters, by elements backed by Ethiopian government in the US, in the West, and now it seems that this campaign is going to start. On the 18th of September, a massive rally is being planned, which will be held in front of White House in the US. Djibouti talks have given this impression to Ethiopian government that the US invests actively backing Tigray regional government, and that is why Tigray representatives did not return to sign the agreement with Tigray regional representatives. And now we are seeing posts, messages, statements against the US and the West that foreign elements, foreign powers are interfering in internal Ethiopian matters. Deja vu, we saw that last year as well. Once again, resurgence of no more movement, maybe with a new name. We're going to see now anti-US, anti-West demonstrations. How big will these demonstrations be? That is the question, because Ethiopian diaspora is seriously split. Some sections are opposing PM Abiy's government. They are opposing federal government, Amhara regional government too. So that is why so far this year, Ethiopian Eritrean protests abroad have not been very impressive. But lots of effort is being put in for this September 18 demonstrations in front of US, in front of White House in the US. I'll update you on the 18th of September. Will Eritrean Ethiopian diaspora be able to show large number of protesters in front of White House? That remains to be seen. Lastly, viewers, William Ruto, newly elected Kenyan President, today spoke about peace initiatives in the region being led by Kenya. The peace initiatives are in Ethiopia and in Democratic Republic of Congo, where Kenya is playing a key role. And if you remember, a few weeks ago, Tigray regional government issued a statement putting its trust in Uhurru Kenyatta that he should lead the process of peace process in Ethiopia to resolve Tigray conflict. And Uhurru Kenyatta is now about to go, because now William Ruto is the new president of Kenya. But William Ruto today requested Uhurru Kenyatta to keep on leading peace initiatives in the region, Ethiopia and DRC. So it means that William Ruto will not be actively leading Kenyan mediation efforts. Kenyatta will lead the efforts. Question is, will Kenyatta agree to this request made by William Ruto? That remains to be seen. And will Kenyatta be influential, be effective after that he has completed his term? He is no more president of Kenya. So that remains to be seen. By the way, in Tigray conflict, I think direct talks have started. Several sessions held, last one held just a few days ago in Djibouti. So here, mediator's role is very limited, because two parties are sitting face to face. So now mediation has limited role in Ethiopia. In Congo, Kenya might play a role to resolve the conflict. Can we say that William Ruto is not interested in leading these peace initiatives because these peace initiatives are not of any significance for him? That is why he's asking Uhurru Kenyatta to continue doing what he's been doing. Or is it because he wants continuity, because Kenyatta understands the issues? He understands as well. I mean, he was deputy president of Kenya, so he was part of the government. So does it mean that he is not taking this Kenyan role to resolve regional issues very seriously? Thank you for watching.